Hey guys, it's Cameron again, and I thought I would go ahead and do a fall to be read list. I got a request just not too long ago to do one. Um, by fall, I mean it's September 1st through October 31st, so it's my Halloween reading list. I love Halloween, so I usually allow a whole bunch of time to read nothing but Halloween books for 2 months straight. So, yeah, I thought I'd go ahead and show you what I want to read this year. I think I'm coming down with something. I'm sniffing and sneezing, and so hopefully that won't, disturb the video and whatnot. So, I'll go ahead and get started. Like I said, I'm a big R.L. Stine fan. I used to read Goosebumps all the time when I was 5 years old. Nothing but Goosebumps all the time. I carried a Goosebump book underneath my arm. I never put a Goosebump book down. I mean, I dressed in with a Goosebump shirt. I had the blankets, the sheets for my bed. I had just about every book. I was obsessed. And now that I've gotten older, I haven't read a Goosebump book in a really long time. I've just been reading a lot of R.L. Stine's YA novels and things like that. So I thought this year, for Halloween, I'd go back and read a few of the Goosebump books that I used to love when I was younger. Excuse me. And read some that I never did read when I was younger. Mostly because R.L. Stine just wrote his newest Goosebumps series, which is Goosebumps Horrorland. A lot of these books, like this one's the first one, Revenge of the Living Dummy. The second one is Creep from the Deep. And then Monster Blood for Breakfast. And then Scream of the Haunted Mask. These are all based off of different older Goosebump books. Like the first book, Revenge of the Living Dummy, is based off of his Night of the Living Dummy series. This one's the first one, Night of the Living Dummy. I read this, I was probably 8 when I read it, and I don't remember anything of it. So I thought I'd read this for my Halloween reading list, as well as Part 2, Part 3, Part 4, which is Bride of the Living Dummy, and Part 5, which is Slappy's Nightmare. That way, when I do go to read this book right here, I'll be all caught up. Then the second book in the series is Goosebumps Horrorland, Creep from the Deep, which is based off of Deep Trouble and Deep Trouble 2, which I've already read and I remember them, so I thought I'd go ahead and read this too. And the next book is Monster Blood for Breakfast, which is based off of the Monster Blood series, and I'll go ahead and show you. I read the first book a long time ago, but I remember it like it was yesterday, so I thought I'd go ahead and read the second book, considering I haven't read it yet, and I'd read the third book, and I haven't read that yet either, and then the fourth book, which I already read, but I don't remember much of it. So yeah, I'd read those, and that'll get me caught up, so that way I'll know what's going on in this. And like I said, these are real short, so they just take, nothing to read. Book 4 is Scream of the Haunted Mask, which is based off of his Haunted Mask books, which is The Haunted Mask and The Haunted Mask 2. I read Haunted Mask 2, never read the first one, which is a classic. It really is. I remember watching the TV episode all the time, and it was really well done, and I just recently watched it again, and it holds up. It's a pretty good little TV movie. So I'm looking forward to reading the book and just seeing how it compares to the episode. And then I'm going to reread the second book, because I don't really remember that either. Then that'll get me prepared to read his latest one for that. And then Goosebumps Horrorland Book 5 is Dr. Maniac vs. Robbie Schwartz. And this isn't based off of any older Goosebump books, so I'm just going to go ahead and read that. There's about 25 books in the new Goosebump series right now, and I have most of them. But I think all of these Goosebump books will be enough to last me for a good long while before I read any more. So yeah, those are the Goosebump books I'm going to read. I'm not going to read them straight through. I'm going to spread them up over September and October. That way I can squeeze in some of the other books I want to read. Another book I want to read this year is The Halloween Tree by Bradbury. I saw this and I knew it would be perfect read for Halloween. And it's got a lot of really creepy illustrations in it and everything. And I actually haven't read the synopsis or anything on it. Just read some of the reviews, and the cover looks cool. I do buy books based on the cover. But Ray Bradbury is a great author. I trust him. So I'll be reading that this year, as well as one that I'm really excited for, Rot and Ruin by Jonathan Mayberry. I've heard a lot of good things about this book. Really looking forward to it. It's a zombie book. I love zombie stories. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to this one. I'll probably do a review of it when I finish. So yeah, look out for that one. Next book is The Last Apprentice, Revenge of the Witch. I got this book a long time ago, and I've always wanted to read it. It's a really nice book too. It's real shiny, pretty. So yeah, there's like 8 of these books out now, I think, 8 or 9. So I really want to get reading this series, and really creepy illustrations in it. Let me find a creepy one for it. Oh, there you go, right there. Yeah. So I thought that would be a really cool book to read. If anyone's read any of these, let me know how they were. And if I have time, because there's some books that I want to buy still for my Halloween reading list, but I'm going to squeeze in the best Halloween ever by Barbara Robinson, and she wrote the best Christmas pageant ever, which is a classic. So I thought I'd read this if I can get it in. Now there are a couple books that I still want to buy, which I have written down. I want to buy Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children and read that, because I've heard an endless amount. I haven't read that yet. I've heard an endless amount of praise for that one. The Hollow, Book 1, Horseman by Christopher Golden. I have Book 2, but the first one is a Headless Horseman story, which I love. So I thought I'd go ahead and get that, and I don't know when I'm going to read this, but and then I want to get 100 Candles by Mara Pernhagen, and that's the second book in the Past Midnight series, and I've already read this one. I actually met the author. Really nice lady, really good book. Really liked it, and I'm looking forward to reading the second book. And then I'm also going to get Return to Demon Hall, Evil Roots by Andrew Nance. And this is the first book, which I read last year, and I thought it was really good. So I'm looking forward to getting the second book of that. And then, let me see if there's anything. Let me see if there's anything else that I wanted to get. The Poisoned House by Michael Ford. I want to read that. The Near Witch by Veronica Schwab. I've heard that's really, really good. I'm not sure if it's a really good Halloween-y book or not. If it's not, let me know. And Those Across the River by Christopher Beelman. I heard it's really, really creepy, so I thought I'd pick that up as well. So, yeah, I think that's all. I'll probably squeeze more books in if I can, but as for right now, this is all I have on my list. Sorry guys, camera quit on me. But yeah, like I said, that's all that I have on my reading list so far. I might find something else to put on there. Like, I really want to read some Dean Koontz, because I haven't read any of his stuff yet. So I've heard that The Watchers is a really good book to start with. So if you guys know of like the best Dean Koontz book to start out with, let me know. And yeah, I think it's all for this video. Tomorrow I'm going to my dad's house, and while I'm there, I will do a video of the books that I have there. So I'll get the video up of that probably Sunday, Monday, and then I will be doing a tour of the library downstairs in my basement that I've been telling you so much about, which I think you guys will really like. And yeah, I think that's all. So I'll see you guys in another video. Thanks for watching.